Sean O'Malley, if he wants to win this weekend, he's got a very difficult task ahead of him. Now, this video, I'm not going to say who's going to win or who I'm predicting to win. It's just a way which I believe Sean O'Malley, if he doesn't want to win, what he's got to do. And now it's not going to be easy, but from both of their last fights, and this video, I'm just going to focus on both of their last fights, things that I've noticed and things that have worked well for both of them. Sorry, not for both of them, for Sean O'Malley, and how he can use, in particular, his movement to cause Merab trouble. Now, these are things that he's got to do for the whole fight. We know how hard it is to fight Merab. He doesn't let off, and if you let off for even a second, he's all over you. We saw it. We saw that in his last fight. Now with Sean O'Malley, his last fight was one of the best performances, striking performances that I've personally seen, for sure, for sure this year. But one of the best striking performances, in particular his movement, that I've seen, probably one of the best, not the best, but one of the best I've ever seen. It's very hard to show his movement without any video, so obviously I've taken a couple of screenshots, and from what I remember of it, I want to break it down a little bit. So first round starts off, you see Sean O'Malley, what he does is starts throwing fakes straight away. Obviously I can't really show you them, but he's got one of the best fakes. One of the best fakes in the whole of the UFC. I would before this performance I would have said it's Leon Edwards, but after this, I mean, without a doubt, it's Sean O'Malley. The way he, especially how he was able to just, every time he moves, he fakes something. You know what I mean? He always keeps you guessing, and it was bothering Cheeto. You could tell. I guarantee Cheeto came in with a plan to grapple at least a little bit, but the movement and the fakes, it just causes too much anxiety and just puts you off. That's probably what happened. Obviously, I don't know. I'm just a beginner. I don't know what, I'm just saying from my perspective, that's what it looked like happened, and they just put Cheeto off for the whole fight. I don't even think he threw one takedown the entire fight, but he throws these fakes every time he moves. You see him fake something. His hips will move or his hands will move. He does that little basketball shuffle thing, and you just don't know what to expect. And then the shots that he puts at the end of it, it's so precise, and they always land as well. He doesn't waste his shots. He doesn't waste much movement. But throughout the fight, you'll see that. You see his his hip, yeah, and his leg always to throw a kick. I don't believe he does throw a kick. He fakes it, and I think for the first couple seconds he just throws fakes. He doesn't really throw much. But the thing is, it might not cause physical damage, but it's definitely just creating this anxiety in his opponent. And it worked. It worked very well against Cheeto, because Cheeto was hardly able to throw anything, especially the first round. Just throughout the whole fight, you see him throw these little fakes. These shots are so perfectly selected. Everyone's Sean O'Malley's he's a fast power, and he's got great power. I don't think he's either, to be honest. I don't think he's got extraordinary power or speed. To be honest, I think he's a sniper. That's the best way to describe him. He's very precise, very accurate. His movement is key. His movement is what is second to none. The way he shifts, switches stances just so effortlessly and flawlessly, you don't even notice it. And that's going to be another key factor, his movement. But yeah, he's a precision fighter, great accuracy, doesn't waste a shot, fantastic movement, and just picks his shots. Shot selection is one of the best out there. Like I said, his movement is going to be the key to victory against Merab. If he is able to do it for the whole fight, you can't let off. Not one round, not half a round, not even a second against Merab. Like his movement against Cheeto was like just amazing. Like the way he switches stances, and when a striker switches stances, what it does is, from what I've seen anyway, what it does is that it makes it very difficult to shoot in, because wrestlers usually have like a favorite leg to shoot, or they need, they like to shoot in with a certain leg. So when you keep switching stances on top of like just keeping the opponent guessing like what shot's about to come, also it just changes things around, because when you keep switching and you punch in and you switch, it just changes things around, and the opponent's got to reset and start again, especially if they're not on Sean O'Malley's stand-up level. Like his movement was crazy. I just watched the whole fight again just to watch the way he was able to move around Cheeto. It was just mad. It's just crazy. And this fight mainly we're gonna be focusing on the first round, because I feel like what he done in the first round was just brilliant, and he just done that throughout the whole fight, to be honest. You see that he comes in, switches stance, fakes a shot, and will throw something. Like here you can see he's like blocking up high, but he probably went for a body kick. I can't remember exactly where he went for, low kick or body kick. But it lands. If you're doing all of this before you throw a shot, how hard is it? Rarely are you going to be able to block it. And he never throws what you think you're going to throw. Usually he'll come in here and throw a straight left, but he went for a kick. Like you see it, the way he's able to jab, and he just switches. The way he just switches stances is mad. Here, I can't really see it. Like I wish I could show you video, but obviously, because of copyright, I can't really do that. But if you watch the fight, if you watch the first round in particular, the way he was just moving around him, throwing his jabs, wasn't really landing power shots, but was just piecing him up. And his movement was key. And that second round, first round, he's really done everything already. Like he pulls the hands down, goes for a straight kick. He just keeps you guessing non-stop. And especially someone twitchy like Merab, if he starts biting on these fakes like Cheeto was, then it's going to be a difficult night for him. The way he's just able to switch and throw something and do you know that he throws something, but he doesn't. He throws it with such amazing technique and such precision that it's just like, what can you do? Overwhelms you sometimes, even though he doesn't throw many shots. It's just every shot he throws, never wasted, straight to the point, and just causes a lot of damage. It's so hard to show in these screenshots, but here you see him just switch into the body, then goes to the head, fakes it, and I think this is where he lands like knee. Like he goes to the body, goes to the head, lands a little leg kick, and obviously before that he was throwing a lot more to the body and to the leg, and fakes it. His fake. Oh, I don't even think he fakes it. I think he just goes straight for the knee. But if you see the way his head is positioned, Cheeto's head obviously is looking down, and looks like maybe he was expecting something to come down there, but it came. Something to come down to his body, but it came straight up. Didn't really catch the knee, but him straight the knee, that legendary knee that sounded like a bloody baseball bat straight off his face. Even here, you see him throw a jab. Like this is like boxing 101. Throw a jab, Cheeto comes in, and you see it just misses literally by centimeters. Probably even skims his lips or his nose. Just pulls back. This is definitely something. If you see the fight, you see him pull back slightly, ever so slightly, just to get that space, and then throw his own shot. And that's how he knocked out Aljo. See him, he missed, drops his hand. He lands a clean shot straight off Cheeto's chin. That's just a knee again. Looking down, hands all up, doesn't know what to expect. Probably expecting something to the body, comes straight up at that angle, straight off his chin. That was disgusting. I don't know how he didn't knock him out his chin. It's crazy. But yeah, you see his movement. His movement was amazing in this fight. And if you watch Merab's last fight, his movement is what caused him so many problems. Just if you watch the first round, you'll see how Sean O'Malley, like, the level of his performance last fight was mad. It was such high level stuff. And if you watch the fifth round, I think it is, if you watch the fifth round, if you want to see precision, you watch the fifth round, Sean O'Malley versus Chito, and you see how almost every shot he throws lands. Like here, usually UFC fighters, they might just throw shots here, and obviously he's got his hands up, some might hit off his arm or his gloves or whatever it is. But his throws like a 3-punch combo here. Throws a straight right, comes off his nose. Can't really see it here. I think he goes to the body. Oh no, sorry, he goes to the head, left hook to the head before that, goes through his guard and then to the body. And all of them shots land. And he does that throughout the whole fight. Just the entire fight. But yeah, keys for him is basically how he fought Chito, but just never let off for even a second. Just constant movement, switching stances, picking his shots well. Just try not let him come close. Maybe avoid the kicks, because you never know. Merab will probably grab his legs. Maybe focus on his boxing and just work on the movement. Switch stances, come in, switching stances, and just precision. No missing, because Merab will make you pay. Now you see, in particular first round, if you watch the first round, you see Cejudo was giving him problems just with his movement. He was circling around and coming in with his like leg kicks and stuff like that, and was able to even take him down. It was just his movement that was putting him off. And Cejudo's movement is amazing, but I mean, Sean O'Malley's one is like, it's just next level. And you just see, like you just see it here. Also, if you watch the first round, you see how Merab like bites on almost every single one of Cejudo's feints, and they weren't amazing feints. They weren't like super convincing like Sean O'Malley's is. So if he's going to react to Cejudo's like that, Cejudo's not, I mean, I'm not saying he's a bad striker. Yeah, he's a wrestler, but he's an amazing striker. He's a fantastic striker. I think just a complete all-round fighter. And if he was biting on his feints, then what's Sean O'Malley going to do? And Sean O'Malley's feints are, like I said, I think the best in the UFC. His movement's probably the best in the UFC at the moment. The way he circles, and these are things that were all causing Merab problems in the first round. And you would see him get caught out, comes in, I think it was here, Cejudo throws a little fake, like the little fake he does when he's like trying to close the distance. And you see Cejudo, if you watch it here, so if you go back to 4 minutes 32 of the first round, you see Cejudo bites on that fake hard, like he almost jumps in the air and throws a jab at the same time. To just like Cejudo's ones are going to be, Sean O'Malley's ones are going to be mad, just next level compared to that. And you even see it here when he gets caught with that big left hook, comes in, tries to close the distance. Even Merab, his striking is good, but obviously if he tries to strike with Sean O'Malley, then yeah, he's going to lose. But he's going to be wanting to constantly close that distance, and if Sean O'Malley could catch him the way Cejudo did, then I think it's lights out. It could be like another Aljo. But I don't think he will. I think what he's going to do is constantly just try to close that distance, grab a leg, take him down and just control him. And if he does get him, I think Merab's going to win the fight. If he does get him, if he is able to control him on the ground. But like I said, that movement of Sean O'Malley and the switching of stances and the fakes, they got to overwhelm Merab to make him not want to shoot in as much or as often, because he will shoot in and eventually he will get you, but you just got to reduce it as much as possible. If he's getting taken down every round, then yeah, it's game over. But if he can avoid it as much as possible, keep him off him as much as possible, because you know he's going to be constantly shooting, And I don't think his shoot, the way the way Merab sets up his takedowns is a lot better than Aljo. Well, in his last fight anyway. Like first round, yeah, he lost, but he was able to take down Cejudo. So if he gets close to O'Malley, then yeah, definitely he's gonna be able to take him down. And you just see it from round 2, it just turns into a whole, and he just starts dominating with his wrestling, taking down Cejudo. It's just mad. And so that's the fight. I haven't decided yet who I think is gonna win. But like I said, if Sean O'Malley wants to win, he's gotta just stay on point the whole fight. Not let off for a second. Because if you do, then yeah, Merab will make you pay. But he's got to keep on top of his movement, switching stances, and then fakes. And he's got to just overwhelm Merab. He's got to, like he did Cheeto, and with this movement, just circling and coming in at different angles, he's got to constantly do that. So Merab can't shoot in how he wants to. Because if you saw in his last fight, Merab's last fight, when Cejudo doesn't switch stances like that, but when he'll come in and he'll just pick up a leg because his leg's just planted there in front of him. And Sean O'Malley's got to completely avoid that. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give my point of view on how I think how it is possible for Sean O'Malley to win. I'm not saying he's going to win, but if he does want to win, my opinion is he's got to rely on what he's best at: movement, precision, accuracy, and just his feinting game.